All right, let's do this. Here we are. AOK radio station once again. I'm far gone. I am out there. I am a radio DJ in my wood shop. Yeah, that's where we're at today, folks. I'm fully aware of the fool that I may be. But I'm still happy. You know, even after all the crap I went through last week reviewing knives that were subpar, 3 modern flippers from Rosecraft Blades had me on a rampage. I apologize, folks. Look, even my strongman mustache has wilted with my negative energy, my bad vibes, my anger. Yeah. Well, just so you know, folks, it was a sarcastic anger, probably more than anything, because I still love the company Rosecraft Blades. I just think that they made some poor decisions in the main office. You know, it's not like they have like 20 blacksmiths in America with those leather vests banging on steel making these flippers. No, they're not. So it makes it easier to insult maybe a brand or a product when you don't have to go down the street and order a new set of horseshoes for your buggy, for your horse and buggy, from that same blacksmith that made the knife that you just criticized on your radio station. No, I don't have to do that because there's just some poor little Chinese guys, girls, whatever, on a production line firing these things out. So it makes it easy. You know, it's like being a keyboard tough guy online. You know, you get all these guys on Facebook and Instagram and X and all that, and they're all tough guys online. And then when you meet them, they're like, you know, they're not. But you rarely get to meet them either. Thank God, because guys like me who meet a keyboard tough guy, you never know what we might do. You just never know. But here I am, you know, in my high tower, my radio station high tower. Man, this thing's dusty. My radio high tower, talking crap on Rosecraft Blade modern flippers. Like I said, you know, back in the day, we all lived in a village. And you would, you know, yeah, you'd probably still have the critic, you know, at the top of the hill, bottom of the hill, wherever the hell on the hill. And he gets on his loudspeaker, whatever the hell they had back in the day when they were villages.
This noise sucks.
And he would just go to town on people's products. Delivery. You know, that's what the old Western name for a store. You know, delivery prices are too high. Their beans are wet. Their rice is damp. Their beans are wet. What is that? I don't know. I know you dry beans out and then you gotta like soak them. So that was what that was. Sorry. But my point is that, you know, that poor son of a bitch had to live in the same village. You know, he was doing it over one of those megaphones connected to a stick, and he's yelling, "Yeah! Their modern flippers are crap!" And then you got 5 blacksmiths running up this dirt street with their hammers and their leather bibs and their full beards. What you say about my knives? You say bad things about my knives. Yeah, I guess that's how a blacksmith spoke back in the day. You know. Who ate my soap? Now you got this poor bastard up there on a megaphone. He's a little overweight, kind of short, out of shape, not a fighter. And he's got 5 blacksmiths in his face because he just called out the fact that he made a crappy flipping knife. Yeah. That's the way it used to be. You know, this job here used to be, you know, you're knife fighting now. Now that son of a bitch He's got the same knife that he just talked shit on, is standing in the dirt road with his megaphone, five blacksmiths in his face with hammers. He starts dicing them up. Because he's a knife fighter. You don't critique unless you got skills in the back pocket. You got something. You're a Golden Glove boxer, UFC fighter, MMA, jiu-jitsu, knife fighter, whatever it may be. You don't talk smack unless you had those skills. Back in the day, that's the way it was. Being a Gen Xer, that's just that was the way it was. You talk, talk shit, get hit. That ain't no lie. You say something, you looking over your shoulder. Say, man, you see Tommy's bell-bottom pants he's got on this week? You look over your shoulder, man, Tommy just threw his high-top Nike Air at your head. Yeah, he heard you. Now, I'm in a wood shop. I got steel siding. I got doors. Shoot, man, unless you do a deep dive, you don't even know where I'm at. And I'm talking shit on you, all about your knife. I'm going to town on it. I'm letting it rip. Within the safety of my wood shop. One day, though, there'll be a guy standing outside, and I got 5 acres. Be standing in the middle of my yard like Michael Myers. Yeah. He won't have a mask on, though, but he still looks like Michael Myers without the mask, so that's even scarier. Yeah, standing in my front yard. Next thing you know, in your head, because I watch scary movies, next thing you know in your head, you got this music going. And you're like, what the hell? Who is this guy? Yeah, and then you look down on his jacket, and it says RCB. Yeah, next thing you know, you got Andy Armstrong in your front yard. You don't want that guy in your front yard, maybe. I don't know. Now, I didn't talk any crap on his knives, his designs, just these things. And he may have had a hand in designing them. And I also didn't talk crap on the design. I like the designs. I love the concepts. Don't get mad at me. Just didn't like the follow through. I didn't like the process of how these things were manufactured, then brought back to the country or to the country, hopefully handled. I hope they weren't handled, because I hope you guys just didn't even look in the boxes, because that makes it better, believe it or not, even though you should always look in the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box? I got this guy in my front yard, man, looking like Michael Myers. And I got a big front yard, and that's kind of weird. Out in the middle of the country, I got 3 neighbors. I know the guy's not any of my neighbors. Standing there with his hands in his pocket, just looking straight up at my house. It was that, and I knew it. But now, I got maybe a psychopath, or just a disgruntled guy who's probably a Gen Xer, at the least a boomer, in my front yard saying, talk shit, get hit, mother.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.